Hello, everyone, and welcome to another impact story for 25 years of ministry. We're celebrating. I have not been here for all 25 of those, but Jim and Ronnie have, and it's just amazing to, as we've dug into these individual stories, the depth of impact that the organization Lift has made on so many people. And there's stories that we've forgot about, and there's stories that I've never even heard of, that as we've kind of walked through this year, that's been really encouraging and exciting to kind of dig into those. And as we're kind of wrapping up the year, one of the things that internally as a staff that we've kind of just been pondering and looking into is really the story of Lift is made up of hundreds and hundreds of individual stories. And you guys, the Schoen family, you guys are certainly one of those stories. And so we really, it's been encouraging and fascinating to see how the story of Lift there wouldn't even be a story without the hundreds of individual stories that make up. And then somehow they're all intertwined, and y'all's story is intertwined with people's story from 25 years ago that y'all have never met, right? And the impact that they had on Lift and that we had on those stories changed kind of the trajectory of what Lift is and the programming that we do. And had it not been for them 25 years ago, then who knows? Maybe we wouldn't even know the Schoen family. Yeah. And I mean, who knows, right? And the story that you guys are helping, that you guys are living as a family, and the impact that you guys are making on Lift and Lift is making on you, 25 years from now, there'll be new families with their stories. And it's just this giant tapestry that just keeps getting more and more colorful. So we're excited to have you guys share your story. And really our hope today. And I was thinking earlier, I don't know the answer to this question. So this is, I don't know how you guys got introduced to Lift Disability.
Oh, that's a good one.
So I don't know who wants to answer that, but
I'm leaning on you. It's just, I don't know.
So
you tell it so perfectly.
That's sweet. So we saw an ad on Facebook, believe it or not. And I am not a big social media person. And I thought I knew of every organization in Central Florida that was offering services to those with special needs. And we had just had a major surgery with Alex, and he had a tracheostomy. And so we were very concerned about what would be his next step after high school. And I also would never buy anything off Facebook, or if I don't know who it is, I just keep scrolling. But something told me to reach out. And I said, well, I'll reach out and let's see if they reach out back. And Stacy reached right back out and said that she wanted to schedule something, and said that Alex had to come. And in the past, Richard and I would do all the legwork and only bring him in on the ones we've decided on, because we don't want to cause more anxiety for him. So sure. I was like, okay, well, we'll all be there.
I actually remember that. That's a funny story.
And so...
yeah, because there was probably some hesitancy
there was.
So Stacy might have...
Yeah.
There was.
Yeah, she's like, no, he's got to come.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. So we came, and I remember Alex had his trach, and I didn't even know what to ask. But as always, Alex will show us the path. He always tells us if it's going to be the right thing or not.
Yeah.
So we came in, we spent maybe 15 minutes, and we left. And before this, Alex was, I'm retired. I went to high school. I'm retired. I'm staying home with grandma. I don't need to do anything. I just want to sit in my recliner. I'm good. And we're like, no, you're going to go somewhere. And we got in the car, and he looked right at us. He goes, I'm good. I love that place. And I was like, okay, let's do it.
Well, Alex...
It's amazing. He chose
knew.
it. Yeah, he did know. But the fact that I saw it on Facebook and
how it
that was
happened,
so random.
We were struggling.
Yes, we were struggling.
We were like, all right, we're coming up on the time.
And we had looked at other places. And,
right.
As you know, there could be 1,000 places, and there's a big need. And everybody has a different goal for their individual that they love. And so
So Alex was how old at that point?
Alex was 22 because
Okay,
he could go to school up until 22.
Right. So, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember the time frame. Elevate was getting ready to launch.
Yeah,
It had
you
like
had-
we had not
right.
even launched yet. So
Right.
you guys were part of that original group.
Yes.
Yeah. So
We like to say we're the first ones, but we weren't. We're the second ones.
yeah, Jake has
Exactly.
you beat. And,
But he's from Canada, so we were like,
Sorry, Jake.
and they lived there half the year.
Yeah.
So y'all were our first full time.
Yeah,
I will say that.
yeah.
That's fair.
It's a race. It was a race.
And that group was so special because we started with 6.
Yeah.
And it was very small, very intimate. I've shared this story several times, but back in, I don't know what month that meeting was, but in October of the year before, like Elevate launched in January, and in October we were in a staff retreat, and Stacy had been working on Elevate and developing it since August, and we didn't have a location. We had Stacy, but we had 0 participants in October, like late October. And we had been saying all along that we wanted to launch in January. We're like, all right, like it's going to be Stacy in our office because we don't have a location, we don't have any participants. And we just, like we were having a hard time finding out how to get the word out about it. We knew there was a need, but there was just some pieces missing. And me and Stacy went to Jim and told him that we think we should delay the launch. And Jim, in his wisdom, and I don't say it like I mean that, said, I think we need to push forward.
Oh, wow.
And it had to be probably within just weeks of that that you guys were in our office here.
Wow.
Meeting for the first time.
Meant to be, yeah.
So, and then Jake, as you said, was the first. That was, we just randomly, we were cooking hot dogs for Miracle League. And we had little flyers, of our program that didn't even exist yet. And his mom came and it's like, we're looking for something. So
that's awesome.
So it just started happening. And then we, of course, 4 more after that.
Yeah.
So what was y'all's, what was your first impression? Because y'all done other programs. And,
yes.
So what was your first impression, like getting in the Elevate program, not just for Alex and how it fit his needs, but for you guys as a family? Like, was it different from other programs that you had been a part of? What was kind of y'all's general feel and impressions? I think Grandma she's got an answer for this.
I knew one other program.
Okay.
But something happened with Lift. It was like we always belonged together. We weren't new off the block.
Yeah.
We personally knew, everybody. It was like leaving home to go home.
Yeah, that's a good way to put
That's
it.
a good word. Leaving home.
Yeah,
to
you
go
just
home.
knew.
Yeah, you
It
just
fit.
yeah.
And felt
And when your
comfortable.
grandson comes home and he's so excited and happy and talking about Andrew and
Andrew
and can't
picks that.
wait to get back
Pick at
there
each other.
again because it just makes you feel so. You feel safe when you know he's there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a hard thing to accomplish for a special needs family. It's hard to
Yeah.
let them go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't cry. She's going to make me cry. We're all going to be bawling. But it's hard to trust and to let them go because they're so vulnerable. So to have that trust, and it was immediate that
It
we
was
felt.
immediate.
That's what I was going to ask
Yeah.
you. Like,
It was
how long did
immediate.
that take before you could
It didn't-
exhale?
When he got in the
32
car,
seconds.
right? I mean, it was.
And it sounds-
started there.
it did,
It started
because
there, and then it was.
If
on.
he has this intuition that we've always said is bar none. It's very amazing. It's been spot on his whole life. And so we put a lot into that, but then getting to know everybody, it just was very natural.
Yeah, it's a good fit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then once we got rolling and he's in the program, we're going on field trips, and I think our first field trip might have been to the police farm.
Yes.
Horse.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I was on that trip, and it was like just so much fun going out in the community. Has there been some surprises or highlights along the way that just like, man, like that sets that program apart from other, like it probably wasn't a field trip. I mean, we've been on great field trips,
Yeah.
but like, is there something that that has just stood out with Elevate. That you're just like, man, like that is it. Obviously, the relationships probably rises to the
I
top.
think that rises to the top.
Yeah.
And then him still, like wanting to come and wanting to be a part of it, and because he'll move on.
Yeah.
but he hasn't. And
I
it's
think one of
kinda
the
like-
other things too is a lot of time on Family Day,
Yeah.
there could be a problem going on and you don't know there's a problem going on. Everything
good.
is handled so quietly and the right way
Yeah.
that everything just keeps on going smooth. There's no bumps, and that's the staff. That's you guys doing that.
And as we've grown, there certainly have been more problems.
Oh,
Well, listen, there's always going to be things that happen. But
Yeah.
to that point, too, her bringing up Family Day, we've never, ever been included as a family. And we're like, boy, they want us to go, too.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool. And we feel just as close to everybody as Alex does.
Yeah.
And that makes a huge difference, too.
Yeah. I was going to bring that up because that wasn't an afterthought, and
No,
the family inclusion, and actually that might have been for Jim, because him and Rodney created Lyft with the family in mind. Like, it was always a family organization that we were going to serve the whole family unit, and the idea of a day program, especially Jim was having a hard time seeing how serving just the individual all day long, how that was going to impact the entire family unit. And that's a valid, how does that fit our mission? Because we didn't want to get off base from what the mission of Lyft is. And so that concern or hesitation quickly went out when we started seeing the families mingle together at family days, or even outside, like the uninitiated trips to Disney together. And a lot of times we would just see it on social media, right? Like we would see a post where Ben is at Disney and so-and-so is also at Disney. And you're like, oh, like they're not just program friends, like they're friends, like legitimate friends. Yeah. And not just them, but their families are getting along.
Yeah.
And we've heard other programs and other parents from other programs and talk about how they would see each other, like in the drop-off line, in the pickup
and
line.
that's it. Yeah.
And that was the extent of the relationship. Yes. And we never wanted it to be that.
Yeah.
So y'all mentioned Family Day. And so we do those once a month. And I love Family Days. We just had one a few days ago, and it's so special to see the families like reconnecting with each other. And just getting to know each other better, but also advocating for each other and sharing resources. Like, I see that a lot. And you guys have certainly shared a lot of just knowledge and resources, and what, like, you have been on this journey for a little while now. And sharing that with other families has been just really, really special. So could you guys share, you guys have been more than just Elevate, though. Like, y'all have dove into the deep end of with disability, as we like to say. Like, you guys didn't like stick your toe in the water and like, well, maybe we'll do this and see how that works out. But you guys have been to camp.
Oh my gosh.
Twice? Have you been to camp twice?
Yes.
Dances. Y'all have been to. Y'all all dress up together for our Monster Mash, which I love.
Some of us
I'm
dress
forced.
up.
We're learning that that's not always
Yes. Voluntary.
I thought I was just a driver, but now I'm the participant too.
But like that, it accelerates the relationships for sure, because it's shared relationship, it's shared experiences with other families and with us as a staff, with the families that we get to serve. Can y'all speak into that just a little bit? Like, not just Elevate, which is a huge, that was the foot in the door, but now I mean,
you saying that reminded me that Monster Mash was a Lyft event, not an Elevate event. Like, I don't see the line.
Okay.
So, and I
Yeah.
literally would say, like, with Alex, anything that he is interested in and we feel like is making a difference in his life, we're all in. I mean,
Like camp?
we're all in. camp we
The day
went.
we come home from camp,
Yeah.
we're talking about next year.
Oh.
Yeah,
And it's because of him. So, I mean, that's really what drives us, right? All of us.
it is.
So.
And I have to be honest. I went to camp the first year kicking and screaming. I'm not a camper. not because of any. I just don't. I'm not a camper.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe you guys could go. And I mean, we had such a great time. I loved it.
Are you
And I
glad you
still
went?
do it.
Are you
So glad I went
Oh,
both
yeah.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss it.
Is there a highlight from any of the non-elevate? And I know you don't see the line, but there is a line. And not that we.
I didn't
it's
know
just,
either.
you know what I mean.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Do you have a highlight from
Camp?
from either camp or just any of the extra
You know, I think-
non-elevate stuff?
Alex leaving for camp, I mean, him getting to have that experience, like, you know, a typical 20-year-old to go to a summer camp and be with his friends and leave in the morning and not come back at night and be able to be excited and tell us about all these experiences. I mean, that's a highlight that we'll never forget. I mean, he really wishes it could be every week, and so if you guys could work on that. That would be great.
Well, we're filming this in October, and I think I'm just now recovering from camp. I was in
I don't know how you do
June.
Yeah,
I
he pretty
know.
much says you can't tell me what to do, mom and dad and grandma, while I'm at camp, because
Yeah.
they tell me. So he gets some freedom out of it.
And a
we
lot of
really saw
independence.
that. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
independence,
Which is
a lot of
amazing.
freedom, and while kidding,
Yeah.
but not. I mean, he
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
feels he's out there on his own, which is great.
He is, because we're not with him.
Yeah.
And
Right,
that's,
right.
I mean, with the first year, we were like, what are we going to do? Like, we're like playing cards, and we're like, but we got to have conversations as a family that,
Yeah.
you know, we just didn't have the opportunity to before, because everyday life is just go, go, go. And
Yeah.
so it was great.
And I think every summer when I go and I see all the kids that come and volunteer,
Yeah.
it just
Oh my
boosts my
gosh.
spirit again.
Yeah.
Like,
Gives you-
God, there's really
yeah.
good out there.
Yeah. It's a really special group
Yeah,
Amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
that are giving of their time and money. Like they
I-
pay
I-
to be there.
It blows my mind.
It's wild, right?
Yeah, blows
we
my
still
mind.
we pinch ourselves.
I mean, I want to hug every one of their parents and
Yeah.
say thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Well, you guys, you know, there's certain families that come along and like y'all feel like family. We've talked about that. Like
We
on the-
feel the same way.
and you know, it goes beyond like a programmed relationship.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we've talked about that,
Yeah.
and you guys have initiated a lot of that, even within the elevate moms, like the uninitiated. We've talked a lot about the group of moms that went out
Yeah.
to eat, and
Yeah.
just how special that is in those relationships, and honestly, when life happens, like you guys have been there. And hopefully, like we're there when life happens for you guys as well.
Absolutely.
And it goes. I don't know if you, Terry, coined the phrase, but somebody did at that dinner. That it's more than a program; it's family. I don't know who said
I
that
don't
first.
think that was me, but it's true.
and it
very
feels
true.
that way,
100%.
very much.
100%.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Yes.
and we like on behalf of Lyft and also like just the Rouse family, like we're so appreciative that you guys are part of our family. You're part of the Lyft family. You're part of the Rouse family. I mean, Grandma, you and my mom hang out together.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like legitimately.
I know.
Yes,
I
they're
know.
really good friends.
It's-
I know, and it's just like that's life, right?
Yes.
And you can't program that.
It's like you walk through one door and this whole new world opens up to you
Yes. Yes.
with friendships you thought you would never, ever
Oh.
Yes.
have.
Yeah.
Well,
So thank you.
One other thing I would love, you guys are also donors. Like y'all give
Yeah.
to Lyft, and we obviously like we can't do what we do without donors and businesses like that kind of catch the vision. I would love like for a donor to start, any donor, not just you guys. Like you have to believe in what's happening, and obviously, like through our conversation, like that's evident that you believe in what's happening. And you know, we genuinely, like, sincerely don't look at a donor and look at the amount it's like, oh, well, they're giving this. We like them, but they're giving this. We love them. Because all the gifts, I mean,
it all makes a difference.
It all makes a difference. And you guys have kind of bought in, not just philosophically, but also financially, and have supported us really as long as y'all have been around. Can y'all speak into that of why? Like,
Sure.
Because you're paying for a certain program already, which is Elevate. Most of our programs are free. That one's not. But then even beyond that, like, y'all choose to give.
I think we know enough to know that the prices that you charge do not cover the work that you do. I mean, it's obvious and it's evident. And, it blows my mind that you charge the prices that you do for the quality, especially, that you get. And so we just feel strongly that when we're able to, we want to give back, because we know that we don't want anything to happen to Lift or Elevate. So we're like,
fear?
yes, pretty much.
These guys have to be broke.
There's no doubt.
It's very important to us to make sure that we do our part, and you take care of Alex, and we want to take care of everything we can.
But then
on
Alex
the other
does
end.
this part too. He calls or texts everybody on Giving Tuesday.
All the time.
I mean, every year.
They're aware that he texts everybody.
You text us too.
It's interesting.
He's a
too.
good advertiser.
Yeah, from Cornhole, you've got all of the sponsors, and him and I go to each sponsor both years, and we say, we're affected by what you do, so we say thank you. I don't know.
I didn't know
good.
you did
Just
that.
we just walk up and we say, this is Alex. He's in the program at Elevate, and we appreciate you being here. And I mean, the more that we can do that, the better. But like Terry said, like, we want to give because we know the support that we're getting, and so we want to keep it going.
That's awesome. I didn't know you guys did that at the tournament.
It's so important for donors that aren't involved in the program to know.
This is a real
put us-
person.
yeah,
It's not just
exactly. Exactly.
They're getting approached all the time to sponsor,
Yeah,
right?
for
And
sure.
so we walked, and that's what him and I have done. I don't know. All of
That's
us.
awesome.
We've done it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thanks for doing that.
Of course.
We always like to, and this is a hard one because not like pressing, but it's hard to identify one singular, whether it be an event, a memory. Is there like a singular story or impact that is like, man, like, of all of the things, that is the one that I'm gonna remember for years and years and years. And maybe it's a day at camp, or a singular event at camp, or a family day. Is there a specific? And I'll let each of you,
Sure.
you don't have much time.
Okay.
To think about it. So, is there something that rises to the top?
She has one.
I know.
Grandma's
She's
ready.
ready.
She's ready.
Last summer at camp, and I don't know the little girl's name, which is driving me crazy right now.
Yeah.
But we, where the rocking chairs are
Yep.
out. I was sitting on the bench, and matter of fact, Jim's niece was one of her counselors,
Okay.
and she was coming out, and she was just having really a rough time. Things when she wanted her mom, everything wasn't good. It wasn't anything. She came and sat down next to me, and just cuddled, and stayed there for about 20 minutes, and got up. She was fine. I'm crying now just thinking about it. I mean, she just needed.
She needed a grandma.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
And then
She
the
had
next
it.
night, the counselors came up and asked Mom to come and help, because she just needed a little bit of loving, and she had this connection with Mom.
Yeah. I mean, I can't wait to see her.
Yeah.
This coming up.
Yeah.
That's why it's a family camp. by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Right. That's why
Yes.
it's for everyone.
Yeah.
Like we don't say that but not mean it. Like, we want
Right.
No, right.
the
It's
entire family unit to be there,
It's
and that is the best testimony I can think of why the family camp is so important.
Yeah.
So, what about you, Terry?
Mine was at camp as well, and Alex does not like to get on stages at all. And we've always said, it's been forever, we've always said it makes him feel dizzy or something happens.
Okay.
And so at camp, they were calling everybody up to sing worship songs, and I was like, well, he'll be fine, he'll sit and
Yeah.
it'll be fine. And he went right up and every day, got right up on the stage, didn't question anything, sang his song. I was amazed
Yeah.
that he felt that excited and that comfortable that he was able to do that. That was a huge moment for me. Yeah.
Richard.
I know there's
You got
probably too many, but it's the elevate, pick up and drop offs. Whether it's drop off and we play with the name tags,
Yes,
or we
you
play
do.
with the
Jokesters
or we
to no end.
the
Yeah.
first time driving up and just keep driving. Threw Alex off and Andrew off. So I mean, just little things like that we can joke about and have fun and start our day out pretty funny.
Yeah.
While it not be one minuscule, he likes to laugh and he likes to smile, and so
Yeah. You guys have a very funny relationship. Y'all pick at each other and jab at
It's
each
hilarious,
other.
yeah.
I love it. And that's really special because some of my fondest memories with my oldest daughter, Islanda, before she could drive, was taking her to school.
Yeah.
And like we used to go to Wawa and get coffee every morning.
love it.
It's like there's just something special about that.
Yeah.
On an uninterrupted time. There's no TV on. There's no
Yeah.
distractions. It's just you in the car.
always music on.
There's always music on.
Yeah. So part of it. Usually really loud too. Just
okay.
depending. Right.
Well, guys, we love you guys so much, and we're gonna get Alex up here now, and I would love to hear. So, Grandma, can we switch you out
Sure.
for Alex?
I can-
So yeah, and I
Come
don't
on
know
up,
if-
bud.
Well, but
I don't know if Alex needs any help getting up there.
We'll get him.
you got it.
So Alex is the reason for the relationship.
You got it? Oh, there you go.
There you go. You got
You
it.
got it.
Keep going. Keep going.
You got
You
it.
got it.
There
There we
it
go.
is.
Perfect.
You're there.
You made it.
Fine.
You're in.
Did.
How do you feel, Alex?
Good.
That was hard work.
It was hard work.
So, Alex, you've been listening to this whole conversation. Yeah, you've been right
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
And you're the reason we even know your whole family.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first meeting that we had in this office?
I.
Do you remember
when,
that?
When was that? That was.
You had
It was a
your
couple
trach.
years ago.
Yeah.
You still had the trach.
Yeah.
You came in with your parents and
Right.
Stacy. Do you remember that?
No.
You don't remember that?
No.
But you remember starting Elevate.
Right.
Yeah. Are you glad that you started and you were a part of Elevate?
Yep.
Yeah. What do you like something most about what's your favorite part of Elevate?
Am I allowed to say?
You're allowed to say, yeah. What's your favorite
Am I
part?
allowed to say who's there now? Or
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want.
Miss Teresa.
Yeah. Just having those relationships.
Yep.
Miss Teresa leads Elevate now.
Yep.
Yeah,
And she's your buddy even outside of Elevate.
Yep.
Y'all get to hang out a lot. Yeah.
you do, yeah.
I love that. Like y'all are friends.
Yep.
Would you yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So what about camp? You've been to camp a couple years. Do you like going to camp?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite part of camp?
Everything.
Everything. Well, that
your
is very
favorite?
specific, Alex.
What's your favorite
Helping
part?
Erica.
Helping
Oh,
Erica, like with
yeah.
the recreation.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Which
fun.
is because you don't like to be outside a lot, and Erica's always doing stuff outside.
That's true.
Yeah.
Erica is a little crazy.
Yep, she is.
She is. Do you have a favorite character at camp? He's a little bit weird and talks funny.
I don't want to say
It's okay. You can say it.
it. No, I don't. I don't want to embarrass her.
You
No,
can
you're not going
embarrass her.
to.
She'll love it.
You're not going to.
Say, who's your favorite?
Elmer.
Elmer, and Elmer is a obnoxious, rude, offensive person. That's just a character. We know that, right?
Yeah.
It's a dressed up person, but they're kind of silly. Yeah. You ask about Elmer all the time.
Maybe one year you should do it.
I would not. I could never do that, man.
That'd be hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elmer is really good.
Yeah. Well, Alex, you are probably our biggest advocate that we have for lift disability. Do you know what an advocate is? I'll tell you.
Let me guess. What?
So an advocate is a person that wants to share about something to their friends, to anybody that you come in contact with, you're gonna talk about what you love, and what you I'm assuming what you love is Elevate. You love Lift, because you share that with your friends. Anybody that will listen, you're gonna share about Elevate and about Lift. You do that with people, strangers.
He does.
He does. There's no doubt.
And hey, we appreciate that about you. Like there's not that's the best PR in the world, right?
Yes.
I know I'm not supposed to talk about talk to strangers, but
But you do. If it's about Elevate, you do.
yeah,
You're allowed to talk about Elevate with strangers.
Right.
As long as somebody else is with you.
As long as somebody else is, don't go off and talk to them at the store. That might be weird. But Alex, we love you. I hope you know that.
yep, I do.
And you love them too.
Yep.
I know.
And you have such a you like to tease everybody,
Yep.
poke a little bit
Yep.
sometimes. We never have to wonder what teams you like. Because we know you like all things Big Blue, Michigan, and pretty much the entire state. So now
Yes.
the Lions, and so you're just always asking us if we're cheering for him.
He is a forced fan, I will
He is
say.
a
He
force.
is a Forced fan.
But
That's
he's a
okay.
good-
I didn't want to say it because
But he's a good representative.
He
Oh.
is. He's advocating for that
That's
as well.
okay. That's okay.
What do you say?
He didn't want to say it because Jim is here.
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
yeah.
we won't talk
That's
about
okay.
Jim's fan, who
Yeah.
he's a fan of. That doesn't even deserve to be mentioned, does it, Alex?
Nope.
Alex, do you have a favorite field trip that we've ever been on? Let's try to think of what we've all done.
Can we name them?
So we've been to the horse farm for the
Right.
police.
Yes.
We've been to the giant Ferris wheel. You remember that? The big one.
And you went to the mirror place.
Was
and-
that-
Yeah,
Yes.
the fun.
Was that in?
like Icon Park?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we've been there. We've been to plays at Christmas
Yes.
time.
You went to
Disney.
Epcot?
We went to Disney.
Epcot.
Animal Kingdom.
Animal
Oh,
Kingdom.
and that's right.
SeaWorld.
That's right.
Yes.
Where have we been? The Sunflower Farm.
Yeah.
That was hot, right?
Plant
That's
City,
what
but I
remember.
didn't do the Plant City
We went to
one.
yeah. You didn't go to Plant City. We went to the Strawberry Festival.
Yeah.
We've been all over the place.
What was your favorite one?
Do you have a favorite one?
Probably Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
Makes sense.
That was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun.
I don't know any other programs that are taking their group to Animal Kingdom.
I don't either.
We might not ever go again. That was crazy.
At least we tried it.
Yeah.
Been there, done that,
It
right?
was fun.
If
Yeah.
you sign up, we can guarantee that.
I did. Yeah. I did.
Well, Alex, we wanted to get you on here because you were always talking about our videos. You're a big fan
Oh,
of
yes.
the studio.
Yeah, I watched
and-
one before
Did you?
I came here.
Oh, you were trying to get in the zone.
Yeah.
Smart. That's smart.
All day, every day.
Yeah. But you know what I love about Alex, and this sincerely, whatever we put out, Alex is a fan of.
Yeah.
Like
that's
we
true.
generated.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We generated
Great.
those AI songs at camp. You
I
guys
love
remember
those
this?
songs.
Yeah.
And Alex wanted them to listen to. I don't know if
I
you
know.
guys have to listen to those.
We do. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you listen to the?
How many hits
lot.
do you have
Is there-
on him? Because
there's only
he's
four.
probably.
Is
That
there,
was
is
brutal.
there
How
one that
many,
rises to the
yeah.
top? Because there was like a country version.
There was a country version. There was a pop version.
pop version.
There was
hip-hop.
bluegrass, I think.
Bluegrass, yeah.
Yeah.
That one might
Which
be
one
my
was your favorite?
The country one.
The country,
The country
one.
one? Yeah,
We
that's
tend to
pretty good.
go country.
Country, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are busy, and you guys are always doing something, and whether usually a concert. You guys are usually going to a concert.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so thankful that you guys chose Lyft.
Oh,
We're
thankful, too.
thankful.
You
Yeah.
guys certainly weren't just sitting around looking for stuff to do. You guys are very, very active, and so to take a chance on a program and an organization that you have never even heard of is a very big deal, and we don't take that lightly. So we just appreciate you guys, and we're so thankful that out of the hundreds of stories that make up the story of Lyft, that you're included in that, and you guys are special to us, and I hope you guys know that.
Definitely.
And we appreciate that. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you guys sharing your story with us and being a part of our videos. Wasn't too bad, yeah?
No.
No, wasn't
No.
bad. Wasn't bad.
So,
right?
We'll go ahead and wrap this one up, and we just want to thank you guys for listening in to another story of just one of the many families that makes up the story of Lift. We're thankful that you listened in, and we look forward to sharing many more to come. Thank you guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.